You know what I like almost as much as I like beef, wine, and shenanigans? Dramatic use of the word feckless. And that is one of the many things we got treated to literally minutes ago as all four of us in our respective domiciles watched the second episode of this brand new season of House of Dragons. This is yet another episode of Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans. Brought to you by the vivacious Denise Tapscott, the snake charmer himself, Kirk Johnson. And if you don't know what I mean, please visit his Instagram page.
Oh, my stars.
For what is a marvel of nature. It's literally Kirk communing with nature, so to speak. And of course, Mark Abbott, first of his name, ruler of the Ronar, and the first man, protector of beef, wine, and shenanigans. Yes, and of course, myself, Stephen Van Patten. Yay, we're all here. And Denise is probably going to do a little disappearing thing here and there, but she thankfully is.
I'll try not to move my hands.
She will literally be here in spirit. She's kind of pulling a Ghost and Mrs. Muir on us right now.
Yeah,
and all the kids are like, "Who's Ghost and who? What?"
Right. Throwback.
And guys, seriously, because I get this sometimes. It's like sometimes I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Google's your friend. You can pause the podcast and look stuff up. Like, I personally do it all.
Bro, you know what? That 100%, bro. I'm like, if dudes ask me at work, I never seen that. It's like, hey, Kirk, do you know what this is? I was like, oh, so you showing me on your smartphone that has Google on it, right? Stop bugging me. I'm trying to light a show.
Right.
Right? You have a smartphone.
Yes, they do.
Back in my day, we didn't have those. We had encyclopedias.
We had to go to the library, and
if you want to just talk to me, wait for lunch. Wait till lunch.
Learn how to use a card catalog.
Decimal system. Oh my goodness.
Microfiche.
The microfiche.
Wow. You know what?
Can I get a printout? Right. All right.
Wait. Tell everybody, if you don't understand some shit, go watch Amityville Horror.
Right. Oh my God.
They use that thing. What Mark was just making the boy to. They use that in Amityville Horror. Yes, you should watch the whole movie just to see that one part.
The original one.
The original.
Not the remake.
Yes, the original. Oh, yes, there is an original.
We gotta tell them that.
The remake wasn't the first time it was made. Yeah, I got to tell motherfuckers that Magnificent Seven with Denzel Washington is not the original Magnificent Seven.
Right.
And that 7 Samurai was a movie.
No.
I got to tell niggas that. So yes, yes, Steven.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Steve. Yes.
Wow. Yeah. And these people work at ESPN. Oh my God. Anyway, so the first two episodes have aired. We've all watched them, so we won't have to talk about this next week, like we did with whatchamacallit, Godzilla -1.
Godzilla -1.
So, but I gotta tell you, there were a couple of "tell them why you mad, sons" moments in this episode, these two episodes. So I guess we'll get into the first one a little bit, because I mean, here it is. We picking pretty much right back up when poor little Luke basically got eaten, and not in the good way.
No, his mom was though. Somebody else's mom was. Somebody else's mom was though.
Play auntie. I was like, oh my stars.
And then there's that. Oh baby.
Yes. Somebody got eviscerated and somebody got vulvaed. Yes.
Oh, straight to the keyboard.
Hold on, that's my Game of Thrones cup. Yes.
Well, he's Mark's just getting his notes together for Beef Wine Shenanigans Human Resources Department. So yeah, they, you know what, the show does not fail to disappoint in the way it brings relevant violence to the storyline, as well as salacious bedroom goings on. It's dare I say, it's amazing because it's like it takes everything that nerds already want anyway.
Yes.
And then just adds like the most over the top sex and violence. And
yeah,
it's like, wow, thank you. It's like I watch a show and I feel seen. It's really all I have to say. It's like, you know, like, okay, this is great.
I now want to read a fantasy by you. I want to read it. Steve Van Patten fantasy? Well, we have actually. We have read it.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's true. That's true. And those have a fair amount of sex and violence as well. Now that you mentioned it.
Oh my stars.
As people continue to, you know,
big grinding.
See a psychiatrist, or, you know, ask what my issues are with Christmas, and a variety of things along those lines. But yeah, I'm enjoying where this is going so far. But I also
I'm trying to figure something out here.
Yes, Mark.
No. I was going to say I don't understand why on this show people can't be very succinct about what they need done. This is a realm where you can leave no gray area. Like if I tell you this particular individual needs to die, what if we can't find him? Well, then you look and you don't stop until you find him. Don't just be like,
Mark, you know why, Mark. You know why, Mark? Because his character don't say that. Because his character won't allow that shit. He's that motherfucker. Yeah.
He's like, so if we don't find him,
get anybody.
I mean, you know what I mean, right?
Right. Yeah.
That's cool. That's part of his character though, because no one can trust him.
No.
The queen can't trust him. Yeah. When we see that even more in the second episode. When she straight up asks him.
Yeah. Watch your mom, watch your kids, watch your husband, watch your
kids, hide your wife, hide your kids. They killing everybody up here in Westeros.
Yes, hide your dragons.
And certainly I told you the guy. Your white-haired baby.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was traumatic.
That's rough.
That was very Game of Thrones. It was very Game of Thrones.
It was.
Sound effects. They didn't have to show anything. Oh man.
The worst part is that we watch movies and we see like fights going on and decapitations and shit. Why are these dudes just looking like they was actually working on a bench?
Oh wow.
Like they was doing carpentry work. He was sawing it off.
Yeah, and you heard it.
Yeah, that was the part that was like, yo, dude, you don't have to do all that. What are you doing? What are you doing? Is it dull? What are you doing?
It was made for killing rats, right?
That was harsh.
This is why you need DeWalt, you know.
Or Milwaukee.
The Home Improvement, the Home Depot has plenty of tools that to help you out, especially if you live in Westeros.
Right.
Need a miter saw? We have that.
You couldn't go to the Smith real quick just to get it sharpened.
Right.
I mean, and of all people, the rat catcher.
The rat catcher.
Yo.
That's straight up lied. He was like, I don't go up on that side of the castle. Yet you know who people are.
And that kind of felt like a cop out anyway, because it's like, if you are like, it is not like you have swipe cards, you know?
Right.
So if you catch rats, you catch rats. Like, what do you mean? There's different motherfuckers that go into like C block and D block.
Right. I only get the rats in the B block. I can't cross the line to go.
That made no sense tell you the truth. That was one thing that was like, all right, he's either lying or the writers are fucking up right now. Because, you know, like, come on.
Yeah.
I only catch rats over here.
Right.
Me and my poor little dog that now doesn't have an owner.
Little dog. Yeah.
They don't want
man.
Yeah. Them dude, man. That's got it. But they don't even give a fuck about it.
Yeah.
And they kill a baby. That's how bad the lower class got it.
Yeah.
That's how bad that shit is.
Man.
Messy.
Anybody else was like this. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. But they were like, yeah, I'll do that.
Especially I give you a name. Why would you go that way?
Right. Like, what happened in your family life and your family dysfunction that you was just you were like, all right, pick one.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Because a lot of cats were like, you know, remember Scarface? I thought you were no fucking kids. You know.
Shit. I don't think Marlo Stansfield actually wanted to take out any kids.
Right. Even Omar had his limits.
Almost like, I ain't doing that.
Although in the end, that's what you call ironic, because he ends up getting shot by
kid.
Now, I got a question for the group though. I have to ask this question. Why do you think she didn't lie about which kid was who?
That's a good
question.
There's talk that she actually can see. She can prophesize things. She knows it's happening when it happens.
Right, we did see that in the first season. Yeah,
like she knew about rats. She said she was scared of the rats.
That's true. That was
like an allusion to, you know what I mean? So she might know something else is coming up. That's why she's like really, goth on everybody. Like I don't like people. I don't want to touch it. You know what I mean? It's like, what's the matter with you, yo? Oh, you see how bad that shit's gonna get. Yeah,
she can't do anything. Maybe she can't do anything to change it.
Right.
Because she could have offered her daughter. She could have lied.
She could have lied, but she
it changed the future.
Well, also once they let her go, she could have started screaming.
Yeah.
And she could have. I was wondering that too. Like either you're that terrified, like you're that like traumatized.
And that's the thing. No mom is that terrified. No mom is that terrified. I mean, I'm thinking, and I mean, I get your point, but I was almost thinking, even though I think Mark's theory is great, my thought was she's just so sick of Aegon that she's like, you know what? He don't need no heir. And she may not be saying it like that. She doesn't really have the freedom, you know, as far as that.
Right. But like her Sophie's choice is which one you're gonna choose.
Yeah. Like she didn't. I don't think she actually loved that nigga. So yeah.
Right. No. She wanted to be left alone.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's harsh.
Yeah.
But remember, the first interaction you see with them is, where's the baby? He's out studying and playing and shit. Like, what do you need it for?
Right.
Like,
right.
I'm gonna take him to the small council meeting. Which, like, why? Like, what does that? Yeah,
it's kid to work. Yeah, take your kid to work day. That's what that was.
Which made no sense.
And I dare you to say anything. I dare you to say anything for myself.
Right, and they're going to embarrass the master of coin, you know, and go through all that. So I know secretly he's in the back like, good, I hate that little brat. Fuck him.
Right.
Playing with my balls.
Make me look like a horse.
Right. Wouldn't you like to ride? Oh, no. No horse rides now.
I have to give that credit. That show has a lot of credit of embarrassing a lot of people. When they want to put make somebody feel like a fool, then it's like game on
and popping.
I got you. Like when Homegirl came back and he's like, "You coming with me back to King's Landing?" For what
That's my
purpose?
favorite part. I love that.
What purpose? She goes, look. She straight was like, look. I've been flying around. I'm tired. My dragon is tired.
I need something to eat.
Get something to eat.
Yeah.
I need to eat. I need to sleep. I need to shower. You do whatever you want to do.
Right. And he was
And
all, but
then-
I command it.
And she was
You
like,
weren't
yeah,
the king.
you were the king.
Right.
She
Mhm.
was like,
I
she
was
was
like-
like, command these lady nuts.
Right. I was like, all right, girl. You're not telling me
Right.
nothing.
Ah.
Now you know what it feels like.
That was hilarious.
She's like, I'm tired.
The queen that never
That's
was.
hilarious.
Okay, you were
Yeah.
the king that never was.
Well, yeah.
Oh shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, on that point of
It ain't.
embarrassing people,
Mm-hmm.
Otto and Aemon,
Oh,
when he took the hand of the king, he said, "Take off your pin."
Oh
No.
yes.
Yo,
Take
how you lose
pin
your
off.
how you lose your job twice? didn't he lose it first season?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought so.
yeah, he did.
He did.
He sure did.
Mhm.
And then what kills me, he's like, how dare you? Like almost like, who do you think you are? The king?
Right, yeah. Right. Oh, yeah. And give it to that dude over there.
Right, who's lurking the corner. Yeah.
In the corner. He's like,
That motherfucker.
straight scene out of Star Wars. He's like, you're in charge now,
Right.
Admiral. Well, hold on. I ain't asked for this job. He's like, no, you prove your worth. He's like, yeah, but I don't want to be. Okay.
That motherfucker.
Okay.
That motherfucker need to get got.
I got enough problems.
Yeah.
That's what his thing was
CC?
like.
Yeah, was it CC? I'm gonna call him CC now. CC need to get got.
Cole.
Crispin Cole. CC.
Yes.
He need to get got.
Yes. When he's talking to the twin, talking about his cape was dirty. He's like, well,
Yeah,
let's try
Eric,
my
yeah.
side. Yeah. Ooh.
He's
Man.
like,
I know,
He
right?
got him
Deflection
sideways.
much?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I just want to be like, Cole, you stupid. This is like, I'm like,
I wanna-
what the?
I'll be.
Yeah.
Man, I wish like the dad comes like the twins were actually like triplets.
Oh.
And one of them
they're
comes
like
back
twins.
like, yeah, like he comes back and goes, "You killed
No,
my
but-
brothers."
Didn't you just and then didn't you
Yeah.
just
Right. He gets killed by the triplet. He kills by the third one, who's not
Yes.
like identical.
Right.
It's like,
Mhm.
you're
Like fraternal
one of the-
triplets. Man.
This is my
Mhm.
brother Daryl and my other brother
Right.
Daryl.
Brother Daryl.
Right.
But wait, how about I think my favorite of the night was when your boy walked in the cell and opened up the satchel. He's like, yeah, I got paid to go and kill the king. Yeah, and the rat catcher.
Right, yeah.
I was like, damn.
Right.
You
Half now,
gave that
half
up.
later.
You were quick. He's like, so you're not gonna hurt me, right?
Oh,
But the
That
king
was-
might.
But the king might.
that's slimy, man. They just
No.
But,
slimy.
but I think he got what he wanted because he saw all that little like arsenal of like torture
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
paraphernalia, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what? Y'all just need to like, y'all need to like end me fast. So here's your information. Adios, muchacho." Because I mean, ultimately,
Yeah.
you know, you just killed a royal prince. You know,
Mhm.
you ain't
Right.
getting out of that.
Horribly. Horribly.
You're not getting out of that. So,
Right.
best thing you can hope for is a quick death.
Oof.
Right.
Mhm.
Good point.
I do have mad issue though with, but this is what they do to make this character unlikable. I mean, as Joffrey-esque as possible. You know, they, exactly. They get this guy hanging every rat catcher in the city. So now that
Yeah.
so the thing that I hope they do is that they touch on this later. They circle back, and now the whole thing is like overrun with rats. Like I think that's
Yeah.
That's what I thought the next scene
That's-
was. I thought the next scene was going to be that.
Yeah.
No, I say give that an
Yeah.
episode. I say give that an
Right.
episode or two. Yeah.
So what's the story with all these rats, man? It's like
Right.
Well, we
they
killed
done
all
ate
the
up all
rat
my
catchers.
food.
Right.
I
I'm
had-
not gonna get
I
him.
had
You
to do
gonna get him?
Right. I had to do
That's not my
something.
job.
I had to show I was strong, so I killed all the rat catchers.
Dude,
You
it's like,
fool.
but you not strong. That's and here's the thing.
Mhm.
Tyrion
Yeah.
Lannister
Yes.
is the only hand of the king
Mhm.
that knew exactly how to deal with a mad king.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
The rest of these get like, dude, you already knew the boy wasn't right from the beginning. And you gonna try to talk to him like even my boy CC was like, hey, watch how you talk to the king, you know. And I mean, you don't even have a good comeback for that, because you know normally somebody you sit in the corner and you're an ass. I'm like, you was literally trying to, like, you had to have known this was coming.
Yeah.
Like, your job was in jeopardy. He was like, you're a jackass. You know,
Mark,
right?
Mark, Mark, I need you to do it. I need you to do two things. I need you to do that scene in Samuel Jackson's Otto. And then do it with Bokeem Woodbine being it. Because that is a definitely the Samuel Jackson response. Like, you can't talk to the king like that. Shut the fuck up.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Tell me again to say something to the king. Tell me again.
SNL got to do something.
Everything is better with Sam Jackson in it.
Sam Jackson.
Everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah.
He could have had his Coach Carter moment. He's like, I'm relieving you as a hand of the king. I think that's the problem. you don't want. We are not gonna fight anymore. We are all together. Like, all right, Sam. Oh my God.
I appreciate how everything in these first 2 episodes is really strategic. Like, I
Mm.
loved how in the first episode, the queen, she's really sad that her teenage son was eaten. But then when she finds part of the dragon wing and his cloak in the ocean, like that's like her breaking point. And then she's like, that's the queen that like we all signed up for. And then in the second episode, when they choose to do the funeral to show like how bad the situation was, I mean, I thought that was just genius.
Yeah.
You're not just sad, but like let everyone mourn this child. Yeah, I was like, that's so clever. Super clever. Yeah.
It was like the last good thing Otto actually did for them. And that was it.
Yeah. And then the king still messed it up.
Right.
You know?
Wait, come to my son's funeral. I'm going to hang your sons and brothers and cousins and uncles.
Yeah. Yeah, dummy.
I think that is what's called a waste of emotional currency.
Yeah.
And character building.
Right.
No, character establishment.
You know, but you know what this was about. This wasn't about the rat catchers. This wasn't about his sons. About them goats.
Oh shit.
He's still mad over them goats. Remember? Like, we'll give you back your goats. Look. I know you want it, but the man ain't got no. So they can. He's like,
he said, man ain't got no goats.
After careful consideration, we can't give you back your goats. He's like, who's next?
Oh, hold on. I mean, sheep. Oh, yeah, that's better.
It sheep?
Yeah. No, he even did. No, you're right. Because the king said, give this man back his goats. And the guy said, no, sheep. Oh, no, that's even better. And the king goes, oh, that's even better.
Right.
And that was right. That was right at that moment when your boy was like,
yeah,
he's not your hand, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was your father's hand. Which you know what I think? I'm like, I'm waiting for him to find out that CC became a hand. Because you know that's what he was vying for. He's probably like,
right.
CC's the hand of my king. Yeah, that's not what I meant. I was thinking more lines of me.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. You good at what you do.
Right. What's it? Master of Whispers?
Okay.
Yeah, Master of Whispers. Exactly. Yes. He is actually better. Yeah. Wait, we got to give it up to the two brothers. Two brothers talking. Hold on, Steve. We got to give it up for the two brothers talking. And then one goes, yo, man, you like any of that goat stew at home?
Right. I actually totally thought of Kirk when you said that. I did. I really did.
You say you got one that goat, you know. I feel better if you had some of that goat stew still at home.
Yes.
I was like,
yeah, I
oh
totally
my God.
thought it Kurt. Totally thought it Kurt.
I use that in my stories.
What else is interesting about those two is they actually look alike.
I
Did
thought
you
they
notice
were
that?
twins.
Like
I
was
thought they
kinda
were
like,
twins.
Right. No. They do look, they favor each other real well.
Yeah.
That
I was
good.
like,
I don't know who
that
the
was
fuck
some
niggas are.
purposeful casting right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For once, right?
Yeah, it was good. For once.
Right.
Yeah. I still don't know who those cats are. I don't remember them from the story, from the book, so I gotta reread that shit.
Well, why do I feel like one of those guys was working craft service and they were like, we need to get a twin.
You.
He
Take
came
off the
in like,
hairnets.
Right.
Who needs another ale?
Right.
Yes.
Leave your hair how it is. We'll come back. Leave the hair how it is. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I know, because he kind of had that John Batiste hair a little bit, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was just kind of like, wow.
He had the side shave. He had the side shaved, and I was like, oh shit. What's your job?
Right.
What's your job? You can't just have hair like that and not have somebody maintaining it all like every other day. You gotta be married or have a girlfriend. Yeah, right.
I was just about to say it's probably his wife who's like, you know, of a Balerion hairstylist or
something, yeah.
Right.
Or Summer Islanders. I think those are some Islanders that just hooked up with.
We must keep up appearances.
Yes. Right. These Westerosi are strange as fuck. We gotta just always look on point.
Always look on point. It's what we do.
You gotta always look on point.
My lord, you cannot leave the house looking less than fresh to death.
Yes. But you know they don't clean behind their legs, right? You don't need to clean their legs and knees, right? They don't use a washcloth, so we gotta always be on point. They use their hands.
They don't even wash their feet.
They don't even wash their feet, yo. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that TikTok at all. We use our hands. Right? Poor people use washcloths.
Oh my God.
Clean people use washcloths.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Well, I have to say this because now you made me think of something else from The Wire. So the queen, after they find out that the king's son is dead, made me think of that scene when Stringer Bell told him to go kill Omar, and he tried to shoot him on a Sunday.
Yes.
And he was like, we don't war on Sunday. Well, you just told us to go out and get him.
Get him, yeah, right.
They shot it. He was like, they shot up my mama's lid.
Dang.
She think I work at the airport, and y'all come over there and bring that part.
Dang.
Y'all went out and
she's like,
you went out and shot some bona fide color lady on a Sunday, and you come back as a raggedy ass crown.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yep, some bona fide color woman.
She's like, now you got the whole country mad at me, thinking I killed this little boy. She's like, what the hell is wrong with you? And he just sitting there looking like, my TARDIS is out back.
Right.
But he wasn't even like contrite. He just like, baby, my bad, sweetheart.
Right,
I'm sorry. Nothing.
Right.
It was a mistake.
Wait, he was doing Eddie Murphy. That wasn't me. Was it from Delirious? Raw.
No,
wasn't me.
No, I got you one better. He did the RoboCop. She said, you should kill this boy. It's a glitch. Temporary setback. you call this a setback?
Yeah.
Thank you for your cooperation.
He said, she have another one. She good.
She's got another one. Oh my gosh.
Like, you know what? I mean, and then he turned around and sashayed out and got on the dragon. Like, fine, I don't need none of y'all anyway.
Right,
right. Like some old school like 1970s father that's like going out for a pack of cigarettes.
Right.
I'm gonna go. I'll be back. I'm gonna get some Newports.
Right.
Come back.
Right.
But and Renee knew, and she knew. She was like, "Have you seen the kid? Have you seen so and so? You know where he went to? I don't know. He gone.
He gone. It could be. What is it?
Come back.
Half an hour.
He might
come 2 weeks. He might if he comes back at all.
If he come back at all.
Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah. And you know things are bad. And you know things are bad with now he gone, and now you gotta sit down and have a sit down with the side piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Word.
I was surprised that she let her go. I was very surprised.
I thought she was gonna stab her ass, tell you the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean everybody else is doing it right. Everybody else feeling stabby. You know what? Maybe I'm feeling stabby too.
She let her go, which I think is, a reflection of her being a good queen.
Yeah.
Her character. That's what I think. She's benevolent. Like, okay, you do what you're supposed to do. And then she turned around and kind of saved her life. Not kind of. She saved her life.
Yeah.
You're
absolutely right. Right.
She was like,
she sure did turn around and say, "Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I just leave that motherfucker in the building." And
right.
I just
I need
passed you in the hallway.
Yeah.
She's like, hold on.
If anything, that the episode perfectly encapsulates what kind of rulers these people are.
Yeah, I think so.
Renea and Aegon. Is it Aegon or Aemon?
Aegon?
No, Aegon. Aegon. I think it's Aegon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What I find interesting too is just that, like, in a way, like the men in this story, it's like they trying to lose.
Wait, except for Corlys. Except for Corlys.
Right.
Corlys, yeah. Corlys is that. Corlys is that dude.
Right.
They're like him and his wife. They're like the Jay and Beyonce of Westeros.
Right.
They just laid up in the bed. I don't know what's wrong with these fools, but we just keep making these hits.
He saw the meme on the bear and the man, and he said, "I understand that."
Right.
Yeah, I get that. That makes perfect sense.
Like the two brothers. He's like, "Hey man, did he ask you to get on the ship?" No. And I ain't going if he asks me. He's like, "I'm home. And you don't need to go out there either. I done seen some stuff."
Right.
Like, nah,
I heard you saved his life.
He's like,
my brother.
He's like,
"Oh, my brother."
Exactly. If I'm Corlys, I'm not signing up for that necessarily. Like if I'm somebody else that Corlys is trying to get on that boat. Like, no, because wait. So we're going to be out sailing around trying to enforce whatever it is you're trying to enforce. Said dragon is going to appear in the air. We're on a boat.
Yeah.
Made of wood.
Made of wood. Right. Exactly.
Circling right now. Yeah.
Made of wood.
And so I'm going to drown and be burned alive at the same time.
Right.
Who's signing up for that?
That don't sound right. That don't
Who's
sound
signing
right.
up for that?
No.
Not me.
I'm gonna go to my brother's house and eat some goat stew.
Exactly.
Call it a night.
With extra curry. Or whatever.
Right, curry goat. Like curry goat.
Shit with them. Westeros.
I got some real tea from the Summer Isles.
Yes.
You want some of this?
What I say?
They got some ackee and saltfish.
Ackee and saltfish.
My thing,
I thought he was gonna suck his teeth. Too. Like, I ain't going back on that boat.
I'm helping to fix this motherfucker, and I'm going.
I'm out.
I got other things I got to do. My thing is that there must be. I keep forgetting this is pre
Game of Thrones.
Because I'm like, you must have had to live a nervous life, walking around like, birds. Never mind.
Right. He's like he's digging up stuff. It's like, wait a minute.
You know somebody owned a parakeet and shot that thing because it would make the dragon noise and
Wow.
Simon, I'm not playing with you. Do something about your damn bird.
Right.
I'm gonna kill him.
Right, the bird just flies over the dude's head when he's in the yard trying like gardening and shit. It just flies over. You're like, oh my god!
Like, my lord, I thought you had a pet falcon. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
My
nerves.
Yeah, shot that shit.
My nerves can take it.
Falcon was like,
yeah,
I'm done. I'm done.
That's gotta be
now
that you mentioned it, Mark. That's got to be kind of a crazy life. Like just on
You
top
gotta
of
look
taxes and everything else like that.
Mhm.
You're like Ray Liotta at the end of Goodfellas. You're just like looking up at the sky the whole day, like,
Right.
oh shit.
Is today the day?
Forgive me. This reminded me of something I read actually about that.
About dragons?
About conditioning. In Yemen during the Obama administration, the kids would never go out to play on sunny days because that's when drones actually started flying. And they hit drones. So it was always so they never went out. So the kids never actually went out and played in a sunny day because of the drones. Yeah, conditioning. And to Mark's point, yeah, there must be a point where it's kind of like a lot of the kids probably don't play on those bright, beautiful days because dragons be flying out there. They ain't flying during wet, like motherfuckers up north is all right because it's always cold and gray. I ain't worried about no dragons. They can't fly in this kind of weather.
But
didn't he say that?
Huh? Yeah.
Didn't he say like he said he came here and the dragon took a look at the wall, was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. They came to yeah. He only brought the dragon up there once, and that was in the beginning to bend the knee, and that was it. After that, it was like they know they have dragons. They just never seen them niggas.
Yeah.
Right. I just don't see them.
Well, I'll go so far as to say the dragons probably don't like being out there anyway, because they're probably like, I'm sorry, I'm a dragon. Why you got me out here in this snowy ass nonsense?
Right.
I ain't got no goose. I ain't got no Sherlin on. I ain't got no goose. You ain't give me no blanket, nothing. And you gonna bring me out up north? That's some bullshit, bro.
That's what the sheep are for.
That's what
so you say he needs a down coat?
Not sheepskin?
Sheepskin.
Sheepskin. You want down. What you want?
Right.
No, he want down.
Oh my god.
You want down.
That's an awkward conversation. I can't make you a coat if you keep eating them whole.
Eating them whole. Right. Right. The entire goose population of the Riverlands have been decimated just to make a goose down for the dragons.
Right.
That's how that works.
Sire,
come up here.
Sire, we have no more ducks.
No ducks.
Wait, what do you mean no ducks? As in no mallards, no nothing, no geese, no.
But why?
You know why? Because we had to build that coat. Now, respectfully,
with all due respect,
we had to make him a coat. I'm not saying he didn't deserve one. I'm just saying
respectfully.
And that dragon's happy.
Exactly.
All curled up.
That would be funny.
Oh my gosh. But who's making that big dragon killer spear? Spear. S-P-E-A-R.
That guy,
Q. Yeah.
Q, yeah.
He's
the blacksmith.
The blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's like,
you don't like them dragons.
And then that's the other thing. The Smiths got together. It's like, and we had a conversation. It's like, and the other Smith's like, yeah, we had a conversation. We did, right? You gotta make sure they got your back before you open your mouth. Right. You be the only one standing up there, but he don't speak for all of us. It's like,
oh my God.
I came for moral support, but now, King, if that's what you want to do, Do you, man?
With all respect.
So
Respectfully.
Respectfully.
So in the book, in the lore of Game of Thrones, there's a conspiracy theory that the maesters orchestrated the Dance of Dragons to get rid of the dragons. Because if the two houses are at war, they'll use their dragons. If they use their dragons, they'll kill each other off. Because the dragons were the biggest. What's the word? Is the biggest mass destruction. Weapon of mass destruction on that world. So if you get rid of them, you kind of even the playing ground a little bit.
Yeah.
To where now it's just knights and strategy and tactics, as opposed to just having this fucking giant
which we see in Game of Thrones, like 100 years later, when there are no dragons.
There are no dragons.
Yeah.
So the Meisters know. So that's the lore. I think in the somebody had wrote that as the possibility of why this happened in the first place. Yeah. Which I thought was interesting also.
That's interesting.
That is.
Wow.
And then the Meisters have all the power at this point because they have the most knowledge.
Knowledge is
everybody
power.
else. Yeah, everybody else is kind of like idiots, and kings are idiots. So it's kind of like the Meisters like, well, we got to just and Game of Thrones could have just ended literally with a council of Meisters, as opposed to just and everybody else a figurehead. That would
be. Well, who knows? Maybe that's coming.
Yeah, George might actually write that. Yeah.
Once they finish this House of Dragons thing, and then they go back to
Game of Thrones.
Ended.
So mad at that.
With its kind of passive aggressive sort of John, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
King of the North.
We gonna leave this one in charge.
Right. All the monsters are dead. All the magical beings are dead except for Drogon.
The dragon took what's your name away? Who? So the dragon is still alive. Daenerys.
The dragon is still alive.
Right. Yeah. So there's Drogon, but he's like the last of them.
Yeah.
Unless he goes to Sothoryos and gets fucked up by one of those whatever is in Sothoryos.
Yeah. Or if the Night King is dead, are all the zombies dead? Can you bring the Night King back again? And what's the Night King story? That just irritates me to no end. I want to know more about this Night King.
Wait, there is a thing about the Night King.
Sorry, it bugs me so much.
Like I think he might be like a Northman, like a Stark, from way back from 1,000 years earlier. They bring this up in his books, obviously.
Yeah.
In like the Game of Thrones books, but he was actually a man that went north and fell in love with this sorceress and
that would be so cool to see, because his death was lame, totally lame.
See what
Arya stabbing him, Arya jigging
him. Yeah, like that's it. I could have been dead a long time ago.
But let's not forget, we were going to get a lame death because at this point that show was run out of money. Remember, you couldn't even see.
It ran out of story.
Like you had to stop the fight, pause, and adjust the lighting setting on the brightness setting on your damn TV, and still couldn't see shit. And then finally, Arya. It's like it was the most. Wow, we have run out of money, time, and space because we didn't know this was going to go on as long as it has, and now we had to start paying Kit Harington enough money so that he could go buy Haiti and whatever the hell everybody else is making.
I thought it was because the writers, those two writers and producers wanted to we need to start work on this Confederate States of America TV series for HBO. So we gotta close this up.
I think they were all sort of like
that was all like that. Yeah.
And then you got George Martin, who was like, this ain't how my story ends.
Right. Exactly.
Well,
exactly.
Are you gonna tell us? No.
Nope.
Read my book after I finish writing it.
Well, why don't you finish the book? I don't feel like.
He's gonna have to have at least 5 triple bypass surgeries before he even gets his shit together.
I'm gonna tell you. He got that money. He started that money started coming in, and he realized he could go to these conventions and go to these places and have all this kind of big fun and people talking to him. And I'm not, I don't know what he got himself into in the course of that, but I bet it was a distraction, whatever it was. Whether it was just like going to the steakhouse or the whorehouse, whatever he ended up doing.
Oh my stars!
Whatever he ended up doing, all of a sudden his output slowed down. And HBO's like, my man, what do we? True. I don't know. Like, I tell you what, you take this here suitcase of money, and we talk to you later when we need another series. And I think that's how that played out, more or less. It was like he finally was, as a writer, he got the bag and he started living his best life.
Yeah, and remember, these books was out in the 80s.
Yeah,
nobody knew the fuck he was in the 80s.
Right.
This is
and he was doing hippie sci-fi before that. In the 70s, he was doing hippie sci-fi. They did one thing on called Night Flyers on Sci-Fi Network. That was one of his books, Night Flyer.
Nice.
And it wasn't that great.
This is that scene out of I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. He's like, so what happened to Game of Thrones? Oh, George Martin went down there with books, came back with movie deal. Brother wasn't mad no more. Ooh, he didn't even finish the series. It was like, George, when you gonna finish? He was like, when I feel like it. George wasn't mad no more.
We should all go to see where he lives with a big boombox singing "I Have the Tiger."
Oh gosh!
It's the Eye of the Tiger. You can come back, man.
Fight. No, he wouldn't be mad. He wouldn't be mad.
He's gonna get private security to beat the shit out of all four of us.
No,
we're gonna turn around in the mountains. It's gonna be standing here like, oh,
right?
Shit. Hey, man. It was just a joke.
Right.
Meanwhile, he'll be like the maesters forewarned us of your coming. Hey, God damn it!
Damn,
Can't do nothing.
No,
I met George. George, he's actually really cool, really laid back. He doesn't get to do all the stuff he wanted to do, like when they're asking him questions and stuff. He said he can't do simple stuff like just go to his favorite sports bar and watch a game because people are asking him tons of questions and all that. So yeah, I'd probably be hiding out in Albuquerque for a little bit. Like, yeah, I'll get to it when I get to it. Like, I'm in the money.
You said Albuquerque.
Yeah, he lives in New Mexico.
Oh, okay.
I think a lot of the fans, though, fantasy writers, I think what they're scared of is what happened with Robert Jordan. See, Robert Jordan was in the middle of his series and then just expired.
Right.
It was sort of like he was in the middle of a book. I think his son and his wife had to finish it.
Right. Wheel of Time.
Like, wow. And the Wheel of Time series. So I think the fear was that, dude, don't like expire on us without giving us the rest of the story.
Right.
But then
George hand me my beer.
George was probably because I know they were all like, he's like, well, the television series is not going to end like the book. And then you had everybody sitting around like, okay, so what's the actual ending? You'll see.
It's like life. It never ends. It's like life. It'll never end. You know what I mean? They'll be like they took care of that one because they literally solved the actual initial problem, like the inciting incident that set this off. With Ned Stark going to the South in the first place was finding out who killed John Aaron. Right? That's why he went down there in the first. That's what set it all off. Hey, I need you, man. The Hand of King, John Aaron's dead. Could you come down? And then his wife gets this note that something's like John Aaron was poisoned, and we don't know why. So it was like a mystery. Like, all right, who killed John Aaron?
Right.
We found out who killed John Aaron, but all of a sudden these other storylines started to pop up.
Yeah.
So I think he might do some bullshit like, okay, so now we have a king for Westeros, but we have another storyline that's popped up.
Right.
right? The Nightwalkers are dead, but this other storyline has popped up, so we can't close it. That's how it's all like, because you have so many stories now going. Because you created a book that doesn't have 3-4 characters. You have like so many characters, and you had the brilliant audacity to throw away all the tropes and make all these characters like their own individual motivated entities. Right. So we know why the Hound does what he does. We know, what's up with, the smallest character and shit.
Yeah.
It's like, so we know all these people, we're following them.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say that their storylines are going to end because we killed the Nightwalkers. Right. So I don't see him. I think he's just playing games at this point now. He's just playing games. This shit ain't gonna end.
I think for Denise though, I think to your point about the Night King, I think I understand what's missing from the whole series. See, they don't have a Legolas. You remember how Legolas people be like, yo, what's up with the Night King? Back in Middle Earth, when the Night King was a mortal man once, loved and ruled warmly by his people. But then one day the dragon came and he refused to fight. And so the people cursed him to walk the earth forever and ever in a field of snow. Well, how do you get on the other side of the other wall? Hey, look, man, I just know the straight story.
That's not what they told me.
You asked me for the exactly.
Mark called it. Arda is Westeros. When all the elves left Middle Earth to go to the west, they ended up in the frozen north of Westeros and became Nightwalkers.
He was just such a badass when he brought that dragon back and just raised his hand.
That's all elf shit. That's all elf shit.
That's awesome. So awesome.
That does
that
make
was
sense.
Was the moment. That was the moment. You remember that meme that they had from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where they said when what's his name, Captain America put his hand on the Mirage, and it was like, and this was the moment every Marvel fan knew he messed up. He was like, that was the night we all knew everybody was in trouble when he raised the dragon back.
Yes.
Like, he's got an ice dragon.
And he's flying it around in everybody's face.
Yeah, audacity.
And he flies in the sun. He's like, look, I ain't no bitch.
Right.
I can fly around in the heat. My brothers need Sherlins.
That was real.
To come to the north.
But when he threw that spear and got him and basically deaded him in the first place, like that alone was like such a big oh shit moment.
Yeah.
And to turn around and be like, all right, I got one more trick up my sleeve. Here we go. Penn and Teller, eat your heart out. And yeah. Woo.
Yeah. Man.
Zombie dragons.
Yes.
That's what we need. We need zombie dragons.
Zombie dragons, zombie giants, zombie. Yeah.
So,
Kurt, you know what? Yes, sir.
Because you would have to know this.
I would.
I noticed they had dragon lances.
Yes.
Now, how do you train for that? Because like you stand on the side of the castle, and just try to shoot. Because how do you train to use like a wind lance or a dragon lance, like on your day off?
So you already
batting cages.
So all those dudes who work on dragon lances have to already be veterans of how to use a
okay.
Any siege engine, any form of siege engine, you got to know how to use. You'll know how to use it. You know, what I mean, they'll just go over to a dragon lance. And the other part is the only thing I can think of, literally, and this is a Meister shit. You got to know how to create a balloon, bring it up into the sky, and shoot it down. Either that, actually, it's either that, or you mount them on a boat. You either use Well, they don't have any oarsmen, I've noticed. All the ships don't have, none of the ships have oarsmen. So you have to allow the ship to start sailing, pick up some spin, some wind, and have a kite fly out. Bring the line out for a kite. And a kite would be perfect because it's going to be small, and it's a dragon. You have to shoot the dragon from a far distance. You can't get if it gets close enough to shoot to blow its breath on you, you're done.
You're gone. Yeah.
So you have to have it like fucking so high up and make it a small target, and then you train like that. And then you know, because they have to be able to see that far. You have to have good eyesight, see that far, calculate the distance, calculate the weight and the pressure you're gonna have to be pulling back on the bow, because it's a crossbow, so you're just pulling it back. So how many turns of the winch is the bowstring going? You know, catapult string. How many? How far can it? All right, keep going. It starts getting tight. Got to keep going more, and then you release it.
Wow.
So those are the ways. That's how you train for that. And so the only thing you have to compensate for in reality is the dynamics. No, the dynamic nature of the dragon.
Oh, okay.
Because like with arrows, some I've seen and I've read some where you'll see the arrow actually coming, and if you have a shield, you can deflect it. So if you see, at such a far distance, let's say a couple of 100 feet, like even a mile off, you're trying to get this dragon, and you're waiting for it to get close enough to hit it, but yet not close enough that it can hit you.
So, like a sniper, sort of.
Right. Well, just a flamethrower. A flamethrower on a motorbike. Think of it like that, because it's coming fast now. It's coming really fast. So you have to like position it just right to catch him, and pray to God he doesn't dodge that shit or you miss. Because at first you miss once and it's done deal.
Oh yeah.
Right, because it's an animal, of course. So
and you've reviewed
it. But then I guess, and no kidding aside, I guess that's probably what makes Smaug so dangerous, because he thinks. This is not like he can talk and figure things out. So he sees you shooting. You know, it's because that's what he did in the Battle of the Five Armies when he saw what's his name on top of the Windland, and he was like, and he was like, he looked at him, he's like, "Oh, you're out of arrows, bowman." And
right,
oops. He's like,
hilarious.
He's like, "Ooh, you got no more arrows."
Right. It's like they'll see it coming. They'll see it coming.
The stars.
That's what that's I think that's the only way hunters are like. That's like one of the I always imagine this is one of the most important things about hunting is ambush. The animal can never see you coming.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always kind of feeling funny about hunting, because you have to literally ambush an animal who doesn't know you're there.
Yeah.
And to get that first shot, if you don't get that first shot, you're done.
Yeah.
So same thing with a dragon. You gotta kind of, if he even sees you and he's coming at you, you gotta go quick on that shit. Or you gotta pray to God that the dude in the other boat, if he only sees you, and you don't see the other boat, pray to God that the dude in the other boat catches him before he gets to you. That's the other part. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll just give that shit up. I'll be like, dragons? Shit, I'm going back home. Wow, let them live. Let them niggas live.
Right.
Let them live. Because you never really talk about, because I don't think we ever really talk about how many lives were really lost in the initial conquest of Westeros because they wanted to go fight dragons. And how many lives are lost. And this is why that conspiracy theory about the maesters, because the lives that are lost, all those lives, because it's mostly women and children being without fathers, husbands, brothers, shebang.
Yeah.
Those are hundreds of thousands of people. But you want to get rid of the dragons, but you can't fight them, so you have to use the people who use the dragons against each other. Henceforth, Vagar and Visenya. Dragon on dragon fight. So you get rid of them. And Vhagar's old as fuck already, so you're just waiting for her to either die off or a younger dragon kills.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the inherent lesson there is stop the dragon on dragon violence, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Increase the peace.
No, you gotta let them motherfuckers. No, you gotta let them niggas go. My sheep are decimated because dragons got to eat meat. Oh my god, they're not vegetarians. That's what sucks. If dragons were vegetarians,
they're not vegetarians.
I don't know.
I don't know because they're always hungry. You gotta rotate your crops.
But what you gonna put in your cornfield? A scared dragon?
I'm just saying.
Scared dragon.
There's literally another continent that's nothing but jungle and vegetation. It's all just junk.
And that'll be decimated.
Right.
And that'll be decimated. And then they still got to come back anyway.
Yeah.
Nature takes care of itself. If dragons are natural, then they're nature's problem. If they're not natural, then that's our problem.
I feel like if any of this was really, 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 really real, then the dragons, like everything else, would need a natural predator or something. I mean, outside of themselves, I guess.
Right.
There is. So there's a story in the lore, Game of Thrones lore, that one of the princesses, I think it's Visenya, don't remember. She went to old Valeria after it was destroyed. It was gone.
Okay.
She went to old Valeria, and it's shrouded in mystery. Nobody knows what's going on there. She comes back, and she has I don't know what the disease is called, but it's like a virus where she has these lava worms, in her skin, eating her alive. She's burning hot, and the dragon comes back with these wounds on its body. So there's something in old Valeria that dragons are not impervious to.
There's also that dragon glass that we saw.
So they talked about there's dragon glass, right? But then there's also something in Sothorios, which is another continent in whole lore, that is nothing but also just jungle. And they're saying there's something. They believe there's something in that jungle that can also take out dragons. So they do have it. So you're right, Steve. Yeah, they do have it. Robbie, Martin ain't writing that story though.
You could have it written and he's editing it right now.
I don't know.
You like that story though?
Yeah,
right.
I think you have way too much faith in this cat. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
He must have been a real cool dude.
He was a really cool dude. He really was. And he's like, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Denise." And he asked me about my book. He said, "Denise, I look forward to reading your stuff."
Oh.
Yeah. He really did. He was like, keep writing. That's what he said.
He showed a respect. We got to give him respect.
He really did.
Oh, absolutely.
He didn't have to talk to me at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the fact that we just sat here and spent an hour going over
yes, we did.
Biggest hypothetical situation ever. It's testament to the fact of how much this man has basically infected the consciousness.
You said infected it?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
You said infected it? Okay.
What did I say? I think I said effectively wrapped, the world around his little finger. So yeah, yes. I certainly respect the guy. I'm still gonna kind of make my jokes or whatever, but with that said, with all that said, I mean, what can I say? This was fun, to kind of go over this, like we would have like little kids, All right, so real quick, since we're way over time, I think. One of the dragons, pick whichever one. One of the dragons from Game of Thrones or House of Dragons versus Godzilla -1. Who wins and why?
Balerion the Black Dread. Wait, from the movie, from the TV show, or from the books?
No, Godzilla -1, and then you can pick whatever dragon you want.
Balerion, the Black Dread.
Okay.
He was the biggest. He can eat those mammoths that we saw in the first season of Game of Thrones. He can fit them, like 3 of them in his mouth, standing on top of each other.
Man, you know what my answer is going to be. No, I'm saying
Balerion
Godzilla.
the Black Dread, baby. I'm
Godzilla,
saying
Godzilla all day, every day. Godzilla.
I know you're saying.
Godzilla.
I know, but
because
Balerion was reported to be as big as Ghidorah.
Ghidorah was huge, but Ghidorah didn't have like the back spikes. And he regenerated. So yeah, you could tell, you know, they could light him up. He's
okay, Mark.
Back. Godzilla, all day, every day.
Yeah, you said Godzilla -1. As angry as he was, yeah, I gotta go with Godzilla because I don't think he'd get big he was. It's like, I'm
sticking.
Dragon what? Dragon who?
Dragon what?
Dragon
who? What do you think, Steve?
Well, I think since we're limiting it to Godzilla -1, I have to land on Godzilla -1 myself, but also only because like they blew half his head off and he basically regenerated on some Count Dracula shit.
Generated.
And then still kept chasing him and stuff. And you know,
the radiation part. Yeah.
But if you take that aspect away from him, I don't know. That big ass dragon that Aemon has, I mean, I don't know. That would be more of a fair fight. If you take away the regeneration thing. And
give us Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
I think look up Balerion the Black Dread.
Okay.
Because flight, he also can fire breathe, and he also is as big as fuck. The regeneration part is yes, definitely. Yeah. But you take a chunk out of Godzilla. Like, does his head regenerate if you bite his head off? No, the head.
Yeah.
You look. I love you. I love you, Denise. I love you, Denise. She ain't even think. She ain't like, yes. Spinal cord severed, cerebral cortex gone. Yes.
He's coming back.
It's not even Dracula at this point. It's Wolverine. It's like it's that level of regeneration.
Wolvazilla.
I mean, Kirk. If you prick him, will he not bleed?
Oh shit.
Ooh, Balerion? I don't know. You asked Denise. I guess not. No. Wait.
He will bleed, but he will come back.
No.
Denise was like, no. And I'll say it for you in Spanish. No.
And I'll say it in French. No.
And I say it in De La Soul. Nananuke. Nananuke.
To quote Hamlet, no.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Be on the lookout for Balerion's mixtape.
I love that name too. Valerion's mixtape.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, go ahead,
that track, fuck a Godzilla -1 will be hitting the street soon. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for indulging this oh shit. Mark showing off
Godzilla.
now. Showing off.
Wow.
Showing off.
It's smog.
Oh,
it's
smog. Oh, that's awesome.
That's a nice paint job.
I want to drag
Me too.
Yeah.
That is a nice paint job right there, boy.
Very
There
cool.
he is.
Wow. Hold on.
And he's on the go. Big too.
That's what she said.
Wonder Woman.
Oh my God.
So wait, before we go, since you brought attention to it, like how much of that stuff, because you just remodeled and everything, which we're all very happy for you and everything, but like how how much more stuff do you think you could bring in the house before we finally this episode of Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans? On November 13th, Mark Abbott was asked to remove himself from his place of residence. That request came from his wife.
Wait,
with nowhere else to go, he appears at his podcast buddy's house, Kirk Johnson.
There it is. Look, there you go. There you go.
Baby.
And it keeps on going.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
And that's not even a tenth of it. So I've been in the doghouse. I'm there.
He's podcasting from there right now. He's podcasting from there right now. That's the
name of his office.
The doghouse.
No, kitchen.
I think we'll finally figure out when the last will be the last when we start seeing him on the podcast putting away his pillow and blanket.
Right. He'll have a little Murphy bed in the corner.
Right. Yeah, give me a second, guys. Let me just get this pillow out the way.
You like small so much, you can sleep with him on the couch.
Oh, Smile can keep you warm tonight.
Oh, my stars.
So, what are you gonna do now, collector? We're stuck out here on the sofa. Thanks a lot. I could have been with the dwarves, living in Erebor, among the gold, but no, I'm stuck on your shelf among these pop dolls. What else do you claim to be? Writer, lovely titles.
Oh my God. I don't know about everybody else, but it's too hot in my place for all this. So we're going to close this episode out. Thank you for listening and enjoying. And hopefully, hey, you know what? If dragons ever come to be, at least now you're all nice and prepared. Or at least you all know to call Kirk. Anyway.
Right.
We're out.
You got to find me first.
I know, because we going to be hiding. Anyway. We love you, mean it. Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans signing off.
Cheers.
Next week we'll probably talk Abigail. And for those of you that don't know what that is, oh boy, are you missing out. All right, folks. And that's a later.